teams, the heart of the Sunshine State, Bally Sports Sun and Bally Sports Florida. The heart of the fan.
You are looking at Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Bay Rays for the past quarter century, a fitting location for a pending announcement that will bridge baseball's link to the Tampa Bay area for years and years to come. Rays fans, welcome to a day more than a decade in the making, a day that will go down as one of the most important and impactful in this franchise's history. And more than that, this is a promise that Major League Baseball will remain in our region, the Tampa Bay region, for this generation and for generations to come. Now it's official. As you can see from the sign behind me, Tampa Bay Rays baseball in the Tampa Bay Rays region is here to stay. I'm Rich Hollenberg inside the Bally Sports studio. We are the television home for the Tampa Bay Rays, and we've been proud to broadcast this team for years and years in the past and for years to come in the future. Tricia Whitaker is on site at Tropicana Field with what's coming up in the press conference.
We are here at Tropicana Field for the announcement of a new state-of-the-art ballpark for the Tampa Bay Rays. We'll bring you the press conference live from Tropicana. We'll also have exclusive one-on-one interviews for you right after the press conference with Rays owner Stu Sternberg, Jeff Hines, and Mayor Welch. So be sure to keep it right here on Bally Sports Sun for the announcement and a lot more after the press conference.
Thank you very much, Tricia. As we know, today is a day as we look to the future, but it's taking place in the present tense and in what is turning out to be a very special season for the Tampa Bay Rays. And with all that, it's a season that gives us a chance to look back at the history of this franchise in the past.
Me? I've been a Rays fan from day one. Well, first a Devil Rays fan, but a Tampa Bay fan for 25 years.
Major League Baseball has voted 28-0 to award expansion franchises to Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Phoenix, Arizona.
If you're a Rays fan, then you know, like I know, this team is full of surprises.
Fans anticipating this moment.
We Rays fans, oh man, we've seen some things, legendary things, unforgettable things, unbelievable things. The early days with Mr. Boggs hitting number 3,000.
Number 3,000 is a home run for Wade Boggs.
Uniforms, I'll tell you, every color of the rainbow. A wild, scrappy, unpredictable team, and all of a sudden, showing real fight and heart that turned into wins, baby, W's.
The Rays are going to the World Series.
But the real deal, the best part, it was no fluke. It's year after year. These guys are not like anyone else in baseball.
Matt Garza has no hit. The Detroit Tigers.
The magic of game 162, Longoria going deep.
Evan Longoria has just hit the Rays to the American League wild card. The roof at Tropicana Field's going to blow off.
Oh boy, those hop, skip, and jump playing games.
The Rays have punched the ticket to the postseason.
All along the way somehow, out thinking, somehow out playing, and out hustling.
The Rays are on their way to the World Series.
Rounding the bases all the way to the World Series, baby. What a ride.
Oh my God! Let's go!
And now it's been unbelievable. 4 straight postseasons in a row. I'll tell you one thing, watching this team for the last 25 seasons, it's been awesome, baby, with a capital M. And I'm on the edge of my seat, through the roof excited, enthused and energized, ready for another season. Raise up, baby.
Those are the immortal words of the self-proclaimed #1 Tampa Bay Rays fan, Hall of Famer Dick Vitale. But Dick speaks for all of us, right? Raise up, Rays #1. This community has supported this baseball franchise for the last 25 plus years, and now the promise is that we will be there to support this team for generations to come. Live at Tropicana Field, they are getting everybody assembled. We'll take a look as we get ready to bring you that press conference live. Rich Hollenberg here inside the Bally Sports studio. First up to the podium will be principal owner for the Tampa Bay Rays, Stu Sternberg. He will be followed by St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch, and then finally County Commissioner from Pinellas County, Janet Long. They will all be speaking about what is now a pretty poorly kept secret. Word trickled out just a couple of days ago that the Rays have plans in place and names signed on the dotted line for a new state-of-the-art ballpark to be built on the Tropicana Field site. The Gaslight District is going to be the site for the new baseball stadium to home the Tampa Bay Rays. A lot to get to. Tricia Whitaker is on site to bring you all the interviews exclusively here on Bally Sports Florida. You stay tuned here and you're going to find out all the information as the principals in this press conference are bringing it. So let's bring you now live to Tropicana Field for the festivities.
Please welcome Principal Owner, Stu Sternberg.
08, 10, 11, 12, 11, 13, 19, 20, 21, 22, now 2023. It's 5 going. It's crazy, crazy. So I'm here today to announce a brand new ballpark on the waterfront with a sail. It's 2007 is well in the past. We're up to 2023 now. 18 months ago, Mayor Welch said to me he wanted St. Pete and Pinellas County back in the game. 1 year ago, the city released a request for proposals for the historic gas plant district, insisting that it include a new Rays ballpark. Inspired by the mayor's vision for St. Petersburg, one of inclusive progress, and bolstered by world-class partners, including but not limited to Populous, Heinz, Gensler, Goldman Sachs, Storin, Best Source, and our local historian, Ms. Gwendolyn Reese. We put together a plan to build a best-in-class ballpark and surrounding development. In January of this year, Mayor Welch chose that Heinz Rays proposal. Today, we celebrate coming to terms on an agreement to make that plan a reality. Major League Baseball is here to stay, right here. Well, technically, it's in the parking lots across the way, but just beyond the scoreboard and Booker Creek, but it's here. It's here. It has not been an easy road. While our commitment to remain in Tampa Bay has been steadfast, the journey has been a bumpy one. 18 years ago, one of the first things I said upon becoming the owner of the then Devil Rays was that we wouldn't be playing in Tropicana Field in 2027. Well, I was certainly wrong about that. Though, as you all know, things don't always progress in a straight line. We have all been very fortunate. This region, and especially this city, are growing up around us and are better equipped to support an MLB Major League Baseball team. Over time, we will celebrate the uniqueness of our pavilion design, the possibilities for concerts, festivals, graduations, and so many other events. There is plenty of time to digest the possibilities inherent in the dozens of acres surrounding the development. So today, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you, Mayor Welch, for your leadership of this great city that I call home. Thank you for representing our constituents so vigorously, and thank you for pushing this project to be all that St. Petersburg deserves. Thank you, Chair Gabbard and the City Council, who have stood by us through thick and thin. You have put the community first and have helped us to do the same along the way. Thank you, Chair Long, and the Pinellas Board of County Commissioners for staying involved and recognizing the value that comes with being one of only 26 places with Major League Baseball. Thank you to all the former residents of the gas plant district for engaging with us, sharing your memories and expressing your wishes for a site that you once called home. Thank you to the business community for driving our local economy forward and giving us the confidence to bind our futures together. Thank you to the beach communities and to all our partners in the attraction business for continuing to drive tourism to unprecedented levels, benefiting all of us. And most of all, thank you to our community partners, sponsors, the fans of the Tampa Bay Rays. Thank you for your business. Thank you for your loyalty. And thank you for caring so much about this team. Baseball has the power to connect people, to connect communities, and to inspire us. Today, I am inspired. I am inspired the cooperation of a city and county determined to jointly see this project through. I am inspired by a team of caring experts that has assembled this incredible plan for our shared future together. The legacy of this project will last long after many of us are gone, but I promise you this, we will work diligently and thoughtfully to make certain that this is a project of which we will all be proud of. We are celebrating our 25th anniversary as a ball club. A generational fan base is taking root. And today, we take a huge step forwards ensuring that the Rays fans will be here in Tampa Bay for generations and generations to come. Our organization's mission is to energize the community through the magic of Rays baseball. We are sincerely grateful to be able to do that right here in our home for generations to come. Thank you.
Please welcome St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch.
All right. Good morning. How are y'all doing? Thank you, Stu. And today is a day of celebration for our community as the city of St. Petersburg and our Pinellas County partners announce our agreement with the Heinz Rays Group for the redevelopment of this site, the historic gas plant district, including a new home for our Rays. Today, we take a significant step towards honoring the promises made to the gas plant community some 40 years ago when I was a young man, Commissioner Justice. Promises of opportunity in employment, in housing, and economic development. Today, we celebrate the power of partnership and our focus on inclusive progress for our entire community based on our shared priorities for the city of St. Petersburg, for Pinellas County, for our Heinz partners, and for our Tampa Bay Rays. And we're excited to say that the Rays are here to stay. Today, we also honor the history of this place. Behind me is the very place where I, as a young man, worshiped at Prayer Tower Church of God in Christ, attended Sunday school, learned to be a decent musician. My story is the story of thousands who lived and worked and worshiped in this place, in this neighborhood. That community was promised a stake in the economic benefits that would come from the redevelopment of this land. And the agreement that we have forged with the Heinz Rays Group will finally honor that promise. The jobs, housing, office space, along with the opportunities for partnering with businesses that drive our economy, as well as the new businesses that will be attracted to this world-class development, will fuel our economy, create inclusive business opportunities, and be a catalyst for progress in St. Petersburg and Pinellas County for decades to come. As your mayor, I've never doubted that this day would come. First, because of my faith that was nurtured in this very place. But secondly, because I believe in our community and in the quality and vision of our leadership and our partners. We are so much stronger when we can work together. So I want to say thank you to our city team led by City Administrator Rob Gertis, Assistant City Administrator Tom Green, City Development Administrator James Corbett, and Economic Development Director Brian Capers, as well as our legal team that kept us in line, City Attorney Jackie Kovalarich and Assistant City Attorney McCall Dyer, and the entire team. I can't name them all because I only have 5 minutes. But all the city team, please just raise your hands and be acknowledged. Thank you to our county partners. The city of St. Pete cannot do this alone. So I want to thank our county partners who've been with us since day one, including City Administrator Barry Burton, and your team, Commission Chair Janet Long, and all of our county commissioners who are with us today, and our TDC members, for working with us in a spirit of collaboration. Our City Council is a key partner as well, and they will have final approval of the development agreements that come forward. I want to say thank you to City Council Chair Brandy Gabbard, Vice Chair Deborah Figgs-Sanders. If you would just raise your hands, council members. Councilmember Copley Gurtis from the famed West Side. Councilmember Lisette Hanowitz. Councilmember John Muhammad. Councilmember Ed Montanari. And Councilmember Gina Driscoll. Thank you all for your collaboration and input as we shape this agreement. And I believe this agreement meets our city's collective priorities. And I want to say thank you to all the previous business and community leaders who successfully pursued baseball for the Bay Area and for St. Petersburg. Thank you to our community who showed up in person and virtually, more than 2,000 in our community conversations alone, to help shape what progress should look like for the historic gas plant. And finally, to our Heinz Tampa Bay Rays partners, including Rays owner Stu Sternberg, Presidents Matt Silverman and Brian Auld, and Chairman and CEO Jeff Hines, and your team. Thank you for your partnership, for working with our team to build a shared vision for the historic gas plant, for embracing the history of this place, for building a plan that benefits our entire community and honors the promises to the Black community that for decades have been a dream deferred. For the descendants of the historic gas plant and for everyone in St. Pete, that dream is no longer deferred, but it will soon become a reality as we embark upon the work of implementing our 21st century vision for equitable economic development on this sacred land. This is what the community was promised. This is what business and civic leaders over decades have hoped for. And this is what we will accomplish. This is what progress looks like. And our Rays are here to stay. God bless you.
Please welcome the Pinellas County Commission Chair, Janet Long.
On behalf of the Pinellas County Board of County Commissioners, I am so excited that the Rays are here to stay, finally. This is truly a historic moment for our county. It was an impressive team effort, and we are thrilled to be partners with the City of St. Pete and the Rays. It could not be a better or more collaborative partnership. The entire County Commission thanks Mayor Welch, the City of St. Petersburg City Council, Stu Sternberg, Brian Auld, and Matt Silverman, and all of the Rays, and especially Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, for remaining engaged and finding a way to achieve greater economic prosperity and quality of life for all of the citizens of Pinellas County and all of our visitors. Again, I especially want to thank my colleagues on the County Commission, Vice Chair Kathleen Peters, Renee Flowers, Brian Scott, Commissioner Latvallen, Commissioner Eggers, and Justice. Thank you all so much. And to our County Administrator and our Tourist Development Council for all of their efforts to get us to this point that we are here today. It was a collaborative process. Pinellas County is now a true sports destination. In addition to the Rays and Major League Baseball, we are so proud of hosting the Valspar Championship, the Firestone Grand Prix, and spring training, which generate millions of dollars for local businesses through visitor spending. Beyond baseball, we have our beautiful beaches. As a leader in tourism, We know visitors want the total experience, baseball and beaches. We've got both, and we will make the investments to keep us a world-class, paid for from the bed tax, the hotel bed tax. Investing in projects like this new stadium has an impact throughout the entire county by creating jobs, new county sales tax, and additional hotel bed taxes. This is an unprecedented opportunity and huge economic success, including workforce and quality of life potential for all of our residents. You may not know that this new stadium will create at least 4,500 construction jobs and more than 15,000 annual jobs throughout Pinellas County. This project is a home run and means so much more to us than sports. We're excited that the Rays are finally here to stay. They are committed, and we are committed as well. This is the largest economic development project in this county's history. It goes without saying how proud we are to be a part of creating a new venue for Pinellas County families to enjoy for generations to come. And by the way, and certainly not as an afterthought, I want you to know that the Rays are the best corporate citizens in our county, our region, and our state. What they do for our community and our kids is amazing, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts to yours. Thank you all for coming out today and supporting this partnership. Our hometown team is playoff bound. Again, 5 straight years in a row. They deserve our support, so tell all your friends to come and watch and support us as we make our way to the World Series. Go Rays! Go Rays!
Please welcome St. Petersburg City Council Chair, Randy Gabbard.
Well, good morning, St. Petersburg. Good morning, baseball fans. Well, I just want to first say thank you to the Rays and Mayor Welch for the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of St. Petersburg City Council. For over 100 years, this City Council has been instrumental, not only in bringing baseball to St. Petersburg, but in making sure that it remains a critical part of our culture and the fabric of our city. While not always easy, and certainly not always popular, St. Petersburg City Council has taken hard votes over the years, all of which have brought us here today. Most recently, our council took a stand in 2021 when we chose to press the pause button to ensure that every possible avenue was being explored as a means to keep the Rays right here in St. Petersburg. I'm proud to say, as a member of council during that time when that decision was made, I know we are here today because of it. I want to thank Commissioner Dave Edgars and Councilmember Ed Montanari and the current and former council members who served during that time for the forethought and the bold moves that ensured open dialogue would continue. While we gather to celebrate the fact that we are one step closer to ensuring Major League Baseball will be cemented in our city for decades to come, we know, as Mayor Welch alluded to, that there will be many, many votes ahead for years to come, and that just like in the past, not all votes will be easy. And there will surely be lively debate, which there often is, and not always a unanimous decision on everything. But that is how we move forward into progress, collectively using everyone's voice, everyone's opinions, and making sure that we are representing every resident who will benefit and invest in this development. While today is an exciting day for our city, we cannot lose sight of what this means to future generations. Now, I'm going to assure you, as a baseball mom, I am going to go home tonight, and actually we're going to come right here and we're going to watch the Rays play, and we are going to celebrate that my son's favorite team gets to stay in this city for decades to come. However, the council member in me knows that this is more than just baseball. This is what it means to our community. It's about the promises that were broken that we now have an obligation to deliver on. It's about the economic progress for all, focused on righting the wrongs of the past. And it is about a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to steward the largest redevelopment our city will ever see, and the creation of an entirely new and diverse community in the middle of what we all know is a built-out, dense coastal community. The possibilities are endless, and the responsibility is immense. It will take bold moves and creative vision, and that work begins here today. I want to thank the administration and our county partners for the discreet and skillful nature of which you have handled the last 18 months. Those ongoing negotiations have been critical to getting us to this place. And I said it privately, but I'm going to say it publicly because I think when we tell people things, we should say it out loud so the world can hear. Rob Gertis and Barry Burton, our community owes the two of you a debt of gratitude that we will never be able to repay. And I want to thank you both. And finally, I just want to say to Mr. Sternberg, Mr. Silverman, and everyone at the Rays, thank you for choosing St. Petersburg. And thank you for the continued partnership that I know we will have as we work together for the betterment of our city and the future that lies before us. Raise up!
Please welcome Chairman and Co-Chief Executive Officer of Heinz, Jeff Heinz.
Well, thank you to Mayor Welch, the Rays, the City of St. Petersburg, and Pinellas County, and to all those who are a part of this exciting journey. On behalf of all of us at Heinz, I stand before you with immense pride and excitement about this city-defining project. It is a privilege for Heinz, in partnership with the Tampa Bay Rays, to bring our vision to life for a vibrant, place-making, mixed-use village that will surround the state-of-the-art new ballpark. Our journey with the Tampa Bay Rays began 15 years ago over dinner and a basketball game. From that moment on, our commitment and passion for this project has run deep. I want to acknowledge the pivotal role played by Michael Harrison of Heinz and the Rays executive team, Brian Auld, Matt Silverman, Melanie Lentz, in shaping the course of this project. This monumental occasion has been a long time coming, and we are grateful for the partnership. Drawing on Heinz's 65-year history of excellence in real estate investment, development, and management, together with the Rays' 25-year history in St. Petersburg, we have assembled a highly experienced, best-in-class team that will draw on the global, regional, and local resources to meet and exceed the long-term objectives for the city. Heinz has a proven track record of developing large-scale, multi-phase projects that serve as a centerpiece for their communities. And we are honored to bring that experience to the city of St. Petersburg. The historic gas plant district is currently the largest project underway at Heinz. Our primary goal is to create a transformative, community-focused project that will become St. Petersburg's next great place to live, work, and play for everyone, as well as one of the most exciting mixed-use projects in the world. We have full confidence that this project will create an environment that enriches and elevates the entire city of St. Petersburg. Each development team member is deeply committed to helping cities and communities thrive by taking intentional and proactive steps to address diversity, equity, and inclusion. St. Petersburg is a wonderful and diverse city, and we will work diligently to ensure that this mixed-use village becomes a catalyst for economic growth job creation, and business opportunities for all groups. We recognize the tremendous opportunity that is in front of us to create a world-class destination. Our commitment lies in honoring the historic gas plant district's history and legacy while breathing new life into the district and elevating the surrounding communities. This project is about shaping the future of this remarkable city and its people. We look forward to working hand in hand with the city, the Tampa Bay Rays, and the community to make this vision a reality. Thank you.
Please welcome President and CEO of Best Source Consulting, Andrew Frazier.
Good morning, St. Petersburg. Here to stay. Early on in the RFP response process, the Hans Historic Gas Plant Partnership team had to ask itself, what would make this historic 86 acres a place where everyone felt like they were accepted, valued, and provided equitable opportunity to stay and be a part of progress in this great community? The City of St. Pete's 23 guiding principles, as laid out in the RFP, provided the necessary framework towards the path of creating a home where everyone has the means, infrastructure, and tools to stay. Our intentional equity program for the redevelopment of the historic gas plant district focuses on sustainable processes that will create a talent pipeline from early childhood education through workforce alignment and employment, to high-quality, affordable residential rental and affordable home ownership opportunities, to successful entrepreneurship creation through small business generation and growth. This all begins with the Hans Historic Gas Plant Partnership's $50 million investment for intentional equity to South St. Pete and a commitment of at least $500 million in supplier diversity spend. This will be direct investments. Thank you. This will be direct investments into current community infrastructures in South St. Pete, such as the Enoch Davis Center, new programs that focus on supporting business incubation, ownership, and workforce placement for minority, small, and women-owned businesses throughout organizations, such as the Tampa Bay Black Investment Corporation, Pinellas Technical College, and One Community. Off-site affordable housing ownership models in partnership with entities such as the City of St. Pete, Boley Centers, and the Pinellas County Urban League. An investment in preserving the rich and historic Black legacy of the City of St. Pete through funding and placement of the Woodson African American Museum. Back in November, I reached out to one of St. Pete's own, Will Packer, not to pitch a new reality TV show or to ask for an audition on Think Like a Man 3. I am available, though, if you need me. But to ask a very serious question. In the past, what has made it difficult for St. Pete to retain its talented youth? Will provided me with two things that were missing in the past. The first was opportunity, and the second was creating an environment where all the forward-thinking artists, entrepreneurs, and visionaries, the cool kids, wanted to be. 20 years from now, we should evaluate the success of this project, but not solely on how many championships the Rays have won, Stu, or how many Fortune 500 companies have called the historic gas plant home, but on how many kids from Campbell Park and Melrose Elementaries are business owners, tenants, and residents of the historic gas plant district. Now, it would be very cool if the Rays are able to bring home a world championship to the City of St. Pete this year. But it'd be very cool if we're able to carry out those promises and those commitments that have been made in the past. Thank you.
Please welcome President of the African American Heritage Association, Ms. Gwendolyn Reese.
Whew, what a day. I think of two songs. A change is going to come, well, the change is here. And a movie, Waiting to Exhale. I've been waiting to exhale, and today I am exhaling. The Rays are here to stay. There are former residents of the gas plant neighborhood. I see Wanda Stewart. I see Dr. Basha Jordan. His grandfather, this land that we are standing on, the city of St. Petersburg purchased this land from his grandfather
to erect the gas plant. You talk about history. You talk about it coming back around. Dr. Jordan, we so appreciate everything Elder Jordan did for this community, the full community, not just the African-American community. I see Paul Stewart up there. I think Valerie Haynes is in here somewhere. I think Mary Murph may be here, and Andy Walker. We are all proud residents of the gas plant neighborhood, and this is a wonderful day for us. It's not just a wonderful day for the city of St. Petersburg, for the Rays, for the Heinz-Rays partnership. It is a wonderful day. And of course, our illustrious mayor is a descendant of the gas plant neighborhood. I can't leave him out. The mayor and I spoke a little earlier, and we knew that not only is this a glorious day, it's an emotional day. I see Deacon Reuben Mays over there, a former resident. This is an emotional day. The mayor and I both acknowledge that we just may have tears in our eyes at some point during this day. We've waited a long time. The mayor talked about the chair of the council, and I think of the commission. Everybody talked about the 40 years that we have been waiting for promises that were made. Well, we're waiting no longer. I'm so excited about today because now the work starts. And so I think I have Erica to thank for Signed, Sealed, Delivered. That was the perfect song. Whoever chose that song today, signed, sealed, and delivered, and we can't wait to get started. During this entire process, the Rays has reached out into our community because we wanted to hear your voices. That communication does not end today. That communication continues. We will be informing you, and when I say we, I'm a proud member of the Heinz-Rays redevelopment team. We will be informing you, but more importantly, through our community outreach, you will be informing us. We will hear your voices, we will listen to your voices, and we will come back and let you know that we've heard you clearly. This team is like no other team I've ever worked with. And I can assure you that our commitment to the gas plant residents and to the city of St. Pete is one that I stand strongly in, I believe in, and I know that we will accomplish what we set out to do. This is indeed a glorious day. Not only are the Rays here to stay, but I want to end by saying carpe diem, seize the day. Thank you.
Okay, so you need to pick up the dog from the groomer, get the laundry, and you finished the book for book club, right?
Book club? Of course I did. Yep. See you there, honey.
It was the best of times.
It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom. It was the age of foolishness. But the good position of the Republic, which is better still. Save him now, my doctor. Save him. His father.
When you have 537 pages to go, there's a wrap for that. Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2023 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
For a good time, head on down to Camp Hawley Airboat Rides. Camp Hawley Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination, located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Visit Camp Hawley Airboat Rides today.
Spectrum is the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Now get your first unlimited line and every unlimited line for only $29.99 each. Spectrum Mobile has the fastest wireless speeds, nationwide 5G, and unlimited talk, text, and data, so you have the freedom to connect in more places. Save more with Spectrum Mobile. Your first line and every line for just $29.99 each. Call 844-677-2999. Visit a local Spectrum store or spectrummobile.com today.
For a good time, head on down to Camp Hawley Airboat Rides. Camp Hawley Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination, located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Visit Camp Hawley Airboat Rides today.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you'll go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Alvo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Hey, Floridians, you want to know what's biting in your area?
Tune in to the Florida Insider Fishing Report.
We have all the captains over the state reporting on where to make your next cast.
So join us for the Florida Insider Fishing Report right here on Bally Sports Sun.
Welcome back to Bally Sports Studio. Rich Hollenberg in studio with live coverage of one of the most important and impactful announcements made in Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay sports history. The Rays have made it official. They will be building a brand new stadium in St. Petersburg that will keep baseball and Major League Baseball in the Tampa Bay region for this generation and generations to come. The Rays have long been one of the most innovative and progressive baseball franchises in all of Major League Baseball, and now they're going to have a stadium to match that. Tricia Whitaker standing by with St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch.
All right, Mayor Welch, 18 months ago, you told Stu you wanted St. Pete back in the game for the Rays. That vision has come to fruition today. How does that feel?
It's really hard to describe. I think you can summarize it by saying the Rays are here to stay in St. Pete. But to me, it's just a sign of how much progress we can make with the right partners and, more importantly, with the right relationships. So I can't thank enough our city team, our county partners, as well as Heinz Rays for understanding the history of this place and how baseball could fit into those promises that were made 40 years ago. I couldn't be more excited about the future.
How transformative is a project like this? I'd imagine it goes without saying, but for a community, how transformative is this?
Well, when you combine the history of what this community used to be and the promises of jobs and economic development, along with the growth of St. Pete over the last 10, 15 years, and the fact that these 86 acres are right at the western end of St. Pete's emerging downtown, you really couldn't write a script this perfect to have those 86 acres that have been underutilized now part of a $6 billion economic investment in our community that will bring 30,000 jobs just in construction, 1,200 units of affordable and workforce housing, office space, so many priorities of this community without raising any taxes or any new taxes, just building on the value of that land. So it's an exciting time. It means a lot for our community in a number of ways.
What excites you most about this ballpark? We just showed the design, walked through it a little bit on the show. What excites you most about it?
It's so St. Pete. There'll be no other ballpark like this in the United States, and it fits in St. Pete's character. And I think it's going to be a hit not only for baseball, but year-round, for other events, for concerts, you name it. The design of that building serves our entire community year-round.
How important was it to honor the legacy of that gas plant district and neighborhood that you guys talked about so much in this press conference?
It was vital. As I said, as a boy, I attended church out here somewhere at Prairie Tower, 1400 4th. And it was a community that was successful, although it had varying incomes, but it was disrupted. And the promise that's well documented was, in return for that disruption of a community, we will make sure there are economic opportunities, jobs, small business, minority business, inclusion. None of that ever happened. Now it will happen.
Mayor Welch, congratulations on a wonderful day. We appreciate the time.
Thank you for being here. Great day.
Rich, let's send it back to you.
Thank you very much, Tricia. That was St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch, who didn't take office all that long ago, but now has something that he will remember and be remembered for the rest of his lifetime and lifetimes to come. Baseball is staying in Tampa Bay under St. Pete Mayor Ken Welch's watch. Certainly, Stu Sternberg was the driving force behind all this from the day he took the reins as the principal owner of the Tampa Bay Rays till right now. When he spoke to the media and the assembled people at this press conference, he used the word legacy. It's not just his legacy, though. Melanie Lenz, Brian Auld, Matt Silverman, so many Rays executives working tirelessly for not just countless hours, but for years behind the scenes to make this day come to fruition and to make this day a reality. As Tricia just said to the St. Pete mayor, it's a day to celebrate, and Stu Sternberg is celebrating right along with us.
All right, Stu Sternberg, this has been a long time coming. How does it feel to finally make that announcement on baseball history in St. Petersburg?
Well, the combination of that and making the playoffs 2 days ago, it's just been an incredible week. Most importantly, all the work that has gone into this and going into making the playoffs. It's a lot of planning by a lot of amazing people we have working here at the team and the organization, and it feels incredible.
How transformative is a project like this for the community of St. Petersburg?
It's our expectation, my expectation, it will be incredible. The city has grown up enough over the last, especially 5-10 years, that something like this can really put it into hyperspace, so to speak. Again, it's going to take 15 to 20 years to build out. It's that massive of a project, and to have it surrounding what will no doubt be a world-class, state-of-the-art baseball ballpark that will be shaped like a pavilion, that will fit beautifully into the surroundings, is something we're very excited about.
Mayor Welch told you 18 months ago that he wanted back in the game. He wanted St. Pete back in the game. Why was it important for you to keep baseball here?
You want to be wanted. And the most important thing here was that the county and the city both wanted us badly, both willing to listen to our needs and our desires. We, in turn, did the same with the city and the county, and we had a great partnership to get to this point 18 months later.
When you look at the design of this ballpark, what's going to be included? What excites you the most when you look at that design?
Well, the fact that I'm designing it and helping to design it, right? But I would say we're going to have openness in the outfield. But right now, it'll still be a roof, but there'll be some openness in the roof. But most importantly, the entire outfield area will be open to the outside. We expect to have the area outside of that closed off so people can porously come in and out. And that you'll be able to enter at ground level and walk down to your seats.
Last thing for you, 5 years in a row, this team making the postseason. How gratifying is that, and how excited does that make you for the rest of this 2023 season?
23 and beyond. It's amazing. And the sixth year in 2018, we won 92 games and didn't make the playoffs. So I pinched myself because nobody deserves this kind of success that we've had, especially given all the obstacles that we generally have in front of us, with the way the game is structured. But, obviously hats off to Eric Neander, his entire staff, and everything that they do, and Kevin Cash on a daily basis, and it's amazing.
Stu, congratulations on a wonderful day.
Thank you. Great to see you. Thanks for being out here.
Thanks, Stu. Let's send it back to you guys in the studio.
That's Rays principal owner Stu Sternberg, who you all know as the Rays owner. I happen to have gotten to know Stu Sternberg a little bit through these years. He is as much a baseball fan and a Tampa Bay Rays fan as he is the owner of this franchise that we all cover and that we all love so much. And the best news is We will be Tampa Bay Rays fans for generations to come with this historic announcement. Today, the Rays and St. Petersburg and Pinellas County partnering up on a new stadium that will be state-of-the-art and is set to open for opening day 2028. I know it sounds like it's a long time away, but it's going to go by in the blink of an eye. One of the speakers at the press conference was part of the Pinellas County Commissioner's crew. That is Janet Long. She talked about this project being the largest development economic project in Pinellas County history. And the Tampa Bay Rays are at the center of that economic development. Here's Tricia Whitaker with Janet Long.
All right, first of all, a day like today, how special was today for you?
Over the moon. Exciting and just long time coming.
I was going to say, did it feel like this was a long time coming for St. Petersburg, Florida?
Absolutely. It feels like we've been talking about it for decades. Oh, by the way, we have.
You have. How transformative and impactful is a project like this for a community?
It's going to be hugely impactful for this community, but not only this community, the entire county. And this property has been giving us back no tax revenue, and now it will. So we'll be able to take that revenue and regenerate it back into the community again.
How powerful is it to know that this is a project that's going to be here long past when you and I have gone? I mean, the legacy of that and the power of that.
It's truly transformational, and for me personally, I have 5 grandchildren and 1 great-grandson, so it's just lovely to know that we have created this beautiful destination that people will come to from around the world, and my grandkids and great-grandkids will be part of it as well. Amazing. Another whole generation in love with baseball.
The legacy of baseball in St. Pete continues. Last question for you. You are decked out in Rays gear. I gotta ask you, your favorite Rays player. Give it to us.
Azarenzo.
We love it. We love it. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Happy to be here.
Guys, let's send it back to you.
Thank you, Tricia. Janet Long, I think, speaks for all of us. Her enthusiasm, her energy, her gear, that's what is Rays baseball. And now Rays baseball officially will be staying in the Tampa Bay area for a long time to come, generations to come. If you're just tuning in and you haven't seen the pictures, they are eye-popping. This is a bird's eye view of what this gas plant redevelopment is going to look like, with the crown jewel, of course, being the Rays' new state-of-the-art baseball stadium right in the center of it. So off of 1st Avenue South, off of 16th Street South, the same area where Tropicana Field is right now, but it is going to be completely reimagined with the ballpark as the centerpiece. Will there be hotels? Absolutely. Will there be retail? You betcha. Will there be state-of-the-art and high-class dining? You know there will be. But there's also going to be walkable space, community space, green space, a place that's going to attract not just baseball fans, but fans from all over the country and all over the world to come visit Tampa Bay and St. Petersburg in particular. So the Rays are here to stay. That's the overarching message that the Rays delivered this morning in this historic press conference. And here are some of the particulars. Nearly 8 million square feet are going to be redeveloped. Residential properties will take up 4,800 units. 1,400 or 1.4 million rather units will be optimized as office space and medical space. So again, you're coming to this gas plant district now to live, to work, and to enjoy baseball. There's going to be 750,000 of retail space, 750 hotel rooms to stay in and enjoy. And the ballpark, of course, is going to be enormous and transformative. But included in that ballpark, as Stu Sternberg has talked about for years now, he wanted a baseball stadium that was not just for baseball, but he wanted a baseball stadium that could be used 365 days a year. You start with spring training in February and March, you get to the regular season, and then you only have 6 months of baseball. And by the end of October, early November, if you're lucky, baseball goes to bed for a few months. And then what do you do with the other months? Well, now this brand new ballpark that's set to open for opening day 2028 is going to be used year-round. With more on the reaction to this historic announcement today for all of Tampa Bay, let's go back to Tricia Whitaker with Brandy Gabbard, part of the St. Pete City Council.
All right, first of all, describe this day and the excitement of a day like today, a long time coming.
I don't know if there are really words that can describe today, but I would just say that this is the most exciting moment. We have been anticipating this for so long, and really just the hope of a community to be able to come together and look to future generations for what will be here at this site is just so incredible, and we are just so excited that we will get to keep our Rays for generations to come.
I was going to say, how powerful is it to implement a legacy like that in St. Petersburg, Florida? I mean, you said you're a baseball mom, right?
I am a baseball mom. I spend many, many weekends on a baseball field watching young kids dreaming about being Major League Baseball players. And just to know that their hometown team will still be here for them, that they will get to bring their children someday, and really get to enjoy everything that the Rays have already brought to this point over the last couple of decades, and then where we're going into the future for those kids is just so exciting. So very, very, from a mom standpoint, I'm incredibly excited that this day is here, and I can't wait to see my grandkids someday watching the Rays in their stadium.
Can it be said enough how impactful a project like this is for a community in so many different ways?
Absolutely. I mean, it's not just about baseball, like I said. It's really about the transformation of an entire community. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about affordable housing. We're talking about ownership and business opportunities for residents. This will be the greatest redevelopment our city will ever see, and it is going to have something for everyone. And so we're very, very excited to steward that and to make sure that we get it right for the people of St. Petersburg.
Wonderful. We appreciate the time. Congratulations on an amazing day.
Thank you so much.
Sports connects us all. Maybe you play, maybe you coach, maybe you cheer. On the field and off, Fan Zone is for you. Scan this QR code to join Fan Zone, the ultimate online forum for sports fans. Tell us what you think about what you see on TV, online, and streaming. Your voice can help shape the future of sportscasting, product creation, website creation, and much more. Join Fan Zone today.
I'm thankful the Florida Lottery makes fun games for all players. Like the new $5 million triple match scratch-off. They got the fun covered, so I can relax. Thought a hot tub would be hotter.
Enjoy more fun under the sun.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They choose to live life to the fullest. And at Bayfront Health, our team delivers expert care, so you can do just that. Bayfront Health. Choose well.
The Chevy RS family of SUVs has it all. Whether you want the 10.2-inch diagonal color touchscreen on the Chevy Blazer or extra peace of mind with Chevy Safety Assist standard on the 2023 Chevy family of SUVs. So take your pick. The choice is yours. Get 2.1% financing on all 2023 Equinox models or get $1,250 cash allowance. See your local Chevy dealer.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hey, Floridians, if you're a fishy kind of guy
Or a fishing kind of gal.
and you want to know what's biting in your area, tune in to the Florida Insider Fishing Report.
We have captains all over the state reporting on where to make your next cast.
And I'll be at the CCA workbench with rigs and techniques and the latest new products to improve your catch.
You'll even have a chance to join us here on set.
So join Bree Gabrielle, Dave Farrell, and me, Captain Rick Murphy, for the Florida Insider Fishing Report right here on Bally Sports Sun.
Sports connects us all. Maybe you play, maybe you coach, maybe you cheer. On the field and off, Fan Zone is for you. Scan this QR code to join Fan Zone, the ultimate online forum for sports fans. Tell us what you think about what you see on TV, online, and streaming. Your voice can help shape the future of sportscasting, product creation, website creation, and much more. Join Fan Zone today.
That is a legitimate river monster.
It is one of the largest migrations of bait on planet Earth.
Yeah! Woo! This fish is psycho!
I think you've just done something for the first time ever in the world.
Thanks for staying with us here on Bally Sports in the wake of one of the biggest announcements in Tampa Bay sports history. The Tampa Bay Rays are here to stay. They are announcing plans with the city of St. Petersburg and Pinellas County on plans to build a brand new first-class state-of-the-art baseball stadium on the same property that Tropicana Field now exists. It's called the Gas Plant Community, and that district will be the redevelopment site for a brand new ballpark scheduled to open in opening day 2028. Until then, what's going to happen? Well, as we wrap things up on this historic day, let's show you that timeline. Starting now, community benefits and agreement and public approval process is taking place. You heard a couple of the luminaries on the dais talking about having that process done hopefully by next spring. Q4 of 2024, essentially 1 year from now, construction begins on the ballpark and site infrastructure. You also heard a question, and a good question, about parking. Because if you're building on the Trop site, what happens to all those parking spaces? And the answer was, put very directly, there is going to be parking built in conjunction with the shovels going in the dirt for this brand new stadium. Then in Q1 of 2025, construction begins on phase 1 of the project with a scheduled completion date by the end of 2007, and that gives us time to dream and look forward to opening day of 2028, when the Tampa Bay Rays will be opening the baseball season in a brand new state-of-the-art pavilion-style ballpark. We have a lot more still to come on Bally Sports. Our pregame show for tonight's game in advance of the Rays hosting the LA Angels. It starts at 6 o'clock right here. We will have guests. Trisha Whitaker will be along with more interviews. And in the game, Dwayne Statz and Brian Anderson will be conducting interviews as the game goes on as well. That's all coming up in just a few hours. 6 o'clock, Rays Live, the pregame, right here on Bally Sports. We thank you all for spending a portion of your morning with us here, a morning that will be remembered forever in Tampa Bay sports history. In a season where the Rays have already clinched their 5th consecutive postseason appearance, we've given you another reason to celebrate. Tampa Bay baseball is here to stay. I'm Rich Hollenberg. We'll see you later.